I'm back. We got a great episode of the Jersey the King Show live on Fuel Sports Network. So sit back, relax, because we got a lot to talk about. Aces are in the Olympics, going off, doing their thing. Our Desert Dogs made some signings, the Aviators news, Nighthawks news, Raiders news, and much more. So sit back, relax, and let's get it popping. It's the Jersey the King Show live on Fuel Sports Network. Welcome to the Jersey the King Show live on Fuel Sports Network. I'm your host, Kevin Jersey the King Womble. And tonight we got a great show for you guys. We're going to be talking about a lot that's going on in the Olympics. We got some Nighthawks news, like I said. We got some Desert Dogs news. We got some Raiders news. We even got some PFL news because the playoffs are going on right now. We got some Aviators news. We got some Lights FC news. There's so much going on. There's so much going on right now. So, man, stay tuned and let's get into it. If you haven't already, please go and download the Fuel Sports Network app live on your Roku and Amazon TV and devices. That's Roku TV, Amazon TV, Roku Stick, and Amazon Fire Stick. You already know. And before we get into it, make sure you guys go and follow the show's socials. So, we can get our numbers up, get our viewers up, get the audience up. I want to thank everybody that's tuning in. Make sure you share the show, like the show, love the show. Subscribe to the YouTube channel at The Jersey the King Show. Follow us on X at The JTK Show. Follow on Facebook at The Jersey the King Show. And follow on IG at JTK Show. And you can also follow my personal Facebook page, Kevin Wumble Jr. So you already know, y'all. But let's get into it, man. Our aces are in the Olympics and they're doing their thing. They're doing their thing. They're having a good time. You can tell because they are balling out of control right now. They're doing their thing in their own individual way. You know what I mean? And shout out to everyone. What's going on, DJ P? How you doing, man? Welcome into the show. It's been a while since I seen you, man. How you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. Good to have you in. But like I said, in their own way, each player that's on the Olympic team, all four of our players that are on the USA team are doing their thing in their own individual way. Of course, Age is dominating, getting double doubles. You know what I mean? Jackie, Kelsey, and Chelsea, of course, contributing in their own ways with double figures in points as well as rebounds and assists, so on and so forth. And then you got Megan Gustafson going off for the Spain national team, doing her thing, one of the leading scorers and, of course, one of the leading rebounders for her team. And then you have Tip Hayes going off for the Azerbaijan 3v3 team, and it's really, man, it's going down. Look, this was what happened in the first game against or with the USA team against Japan on July 29th. Asia Wilson, 24 points, 13 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 blocks, 63% from the field overall shooting. Kelsey Plum, 11 3 and 1, 11 points, 3 assists, 1 steal, shooting 66 from the field. Jackie Young with 7 points, 1 steal, and 1 block. And then you got Chelsea Gray contributing with 13 assists, 2 points, and 2 steals. Then we go to Tip. And when I say Tip is doing her thing, she's doing her thing big time. In back games, as you see, she's 10 points, 7 rebounds, 5 points, 6 rebounds as well. In another game, she put up 11 points, 7 rebounds, and a win over the USA 3v3 team, who is currently 0-3. Well, excuse me, 1-3, I believe. 1-3 as of now. And then, as I said, Megan Gustafson going off once again, getting another double double for the second straight game. 18 points, 13 rebounds, 7 of 13 shooting. Having an amazing time in the playoffs. And then you got our USA team getting another win over the Belgian team. Asia Wilson going off again. And Brianna Stewart, to all you Liberty fans out there, she is going crazy. Her and Asia Wilson are literally just putting this team on their back and doing it, like carrying it. They're doing everything and they're combining for 40 plus points each game so far. You know what I mean? So they're doing their thing. Asia Wilson with 23 points, 13 rebounds, 3 steals, shooting 52% from the field. So when I say our ladies are out there balling in the Olympics, as you can see, they are out there balling in the Olympics, y'all. Now, I do say I wish that they put Caitlin Clark on a 3v3 team, at least, because she would have been a real good asset to that 3v3 game. You know what I mean? And that would have helped her a lot with that street ball type of element. You know what I mean? Make it, don't take it. having to transition from offense to defense really quickly on the half court. You know what I mean? That would have been fun for her. You know what I mean? I think she would have helped the team as well because her 3 point shot would have been out of this world in that game or in these games right now for us. And I think we wouldn't be sitting at 1-3. I think we'd be sitting at 4-0. But it's just my personal opinion because I just feel that's what it is. What's going on? Brock Boomer says, "Giddy up, Aces." That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, the Aces are doing their thing, man. They're really taking a place in the Olympics once again, and really making it a statement. And Asia Wilson is just continuing to be a dominant force in women's basketball. Now she's doing it on a world stage, international stage. Like now she's doing it in the Olympic Games. So now it's like, okay, this season in the WNBA, not only is she dominating, breaking records, setting milestones, surpassing milestones, the whole nine, but she's also doing it now in the Olympics. There's no doubt if she continues to play this dominant for the rest of the WNBA season as well as the Olympics, yeah, MVP hers all day long, hers all day long, y'all. And we already know out here as Aces fans in Vegas, she's the queen. She's a living goat in the making, and there's no doubt about it. She needs to get her recognition, give her flowers. She's making history, and that's just what she's doing. And that's just what it is, and she got to get her respect. So we gotta understand that's what it is. Now here is the current schedule or an upcoming games for our Olympic Aces players. We have another game coming up on the 4th. The United States team against Germany in pool play. Spain looking for a third win versus Serbia on the 3rd with Megan Gustafson on the team doing her thing. And then the Azerbaijan team, excuse me, have several games coming up because they do play multiple games. They had 2 games today actually, and they have another game coming up on the 3rd against Canada. They played Australia and China today. And I will have all that information for you guys next week on the show. But here's the current medal count for the Olympics right now. Courtesy, all these graphics are courtesy of the Aces or Olympics Twitter, just so you guys know. But here's the current Olympics medal count. The United States leading the total count with 43. They are third in the gold count. Well, technically fourth because Australia and France are tied with the third count or the third most in gold. So the United States are currently fourth in gold count, but total we are in first with 43 golds, 16 bronze, 18 silver, and 9 gold. And I said 43 medals, excuse me. 16 bronze, 18 silver, and 9 gold. But we know we getting at least 2 more gold in 5-on-5 basketball. We know we getting some more gold in track and field. So we'll get there, y'all. We know what the United States is capable of. We know, what I mean, there are going to be some sports that we may not do so well in, and that's just going to be our growing period to learn and really see how the international teams do it, and we'll get a chance to get better with our training methods as well as possibly learning new things from those international players who are getting the gold, silver, and bronze. You know what I mean? And placing in these games. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, we're gonna be all right. I think we're gonna more than likely end the games with probably not only the highest total medal count, but the highest gold medal count as well. So we're looking to make that happen here in these Olympic Games 2024 in Paris. Yes, we still have the most. Yes, we definitely still have the most medals overall. So it's not even a big deal. But we're gonna jump into a quick commercial break, y'all. And when we come back, we're gonna get into some IFL news. We're gonna talk about our Vegas Nighthawks and this past game. We got some highlights, and we got a post-game interview with Coach Mike. So let's get it, man. We'll be right back right here on Fuel Sports Network. This is the Jersey the King Show. I am Kevin Jersey the King Wumble. Don't go nowhere. Y'all sit back and relax. Let's go. Welcome back to the Jersey the King Show live on Fuel Sports Network. I'm your host, Kevin, Jersey the King Wumble, Kevin JTK Wumble, whatever you want to call me. It is what it is. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and download the Fuel Sports Network app live on the Roku and Amazon TV and devices. That's your Roku TV, Amazon TV, Roku stick, and Amazon Fire Stick. And you can always go to fuelsportsnetwork.com and check out our website. Check out our news articles from our writers as well. Check out our audio shows that we have on there as well. And just get it going. We have a merch store coming as well. So get ready, guys. We got a lot going on with Fuel. So make sure you guys are following, sharing, and just promoting and supporting like you continuously do. We love you and thank you for what you guys do for Fuel. So thank you so much. Now, back into it. Like I said, we're going to jump into some Nighthawks news. Unfortunately, our Nighthawks are eliminated from the playoffs with a loss to the Arizona Rattlers in the final seconds of the game. Man, this was a good game. I do have to say I am proud of our team. We fought hard all year long. We're going to learn a lot from the season as well. But we fought in every single game all year long, and we put in maximum effort into every game going into these games, even with the injuries and dealing with some of the miscues and just not being able to finish, just the whole nine. It's a good growing pain. because now we get to learn from those mistakes this season. And unfortunately, we didn't get to host the championship this year, but next year we have another opportunity because the national championship game will be in Henderson again in Vegas at the Dollar Loan Center, formerly known as the Dollar Loan Center, now Lee's Family Forum. So, unfortunately, again, we did not make our push to the Western Conference Final to be able to host all three playoff games. That would have been awesome. We would have been able to host a home opener in the first round, host the Western Conference Championship, and then be able to host the national championship game itself. But we did lose in the final seconds, 39-38. It looked like we were going to win. We did have the lead going into the final seconds of the game. And, you know, in the IFL, these games move fast. And when I say fast, the time it takes to score in the IFL is a lot shorter than it takes in the outdoor game. You know, in the indoor game itself, in general, you know, you can throw a 50-yard bomb, boom, touchdown. You know what I mean? Because the field is 50 yards. So it's a lot easier to score, and it takes a lot less seconds to score. You can have 5 seconds on the clock and score a game-winning touchdown and game over. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, we didn't get the job done. We lost, and here are some highlights for the games for you guys. So here we go.
Saw the head coach and GM a second ago, Mike Davis, 4-4 in his IFL playoff career, back when he was a 6-year head coach of the Nebraska Danger. On the give, Reed turns the corner and is in. Rattlers draw first blood as Corey Reed makes it 6-0.
Struggled a bit early on in the run game, but found success in the passing game, and has the ability to do both, and that's what makes him so special.
3rd and 1, and the hard count gets a free play for Vegas. Johnson to the end zone. It's Wyndham! Goes up and over. Johnson up the middle. Touchdown! His 38th of the year, and the 4th down decision pays off.
As the Nighthawks get a couple to respond to that opener from Arizona.
Great look at Kevin Macias on for the PAT. Just sneaks it inside the right.
Face this game means so much to him. He was very emotional, guys.
Thanks, Mariah. In the meantime, Arizona doing it on special teams. What an answer as Glenn Gibbons Jr., who won an IFL title in this building, takes it to the house, and the Rattlers strike back. Point on head coach Kevin Guy's front. But Johnson has all sorts of running room. Down the sideline and in. A touchdown for Vegas.
Well, you can throw as much as you want at him, but sometimes when you have the right play call,
is on for the PAT right down the middle. The big play, the 25-yard pickup on 3rd and 23 from Johnson to Reggie Henderson, and face a 3rd and goal here from the 4. Sneed, end zone, touchdown. Jackson brings it in as Arizona strikes back last year with Bay Area. Going for 2. Sneed into the flat, wide open. A beautiful play design as Shannon Brooks gets alone, and Arizona pulls to within a 3rd and goal at the 7. Blitz comes. Johnson back in the end zone. Caught. Touchdown.
and it will go against Arizona. So the Rattlers were thinking they might have been able to pull that one back, but Quentin Randall.
Right before the end of the half. With a bobble on the snap. A really nice job, though, to recollect by Jorge Reyna, the backup quarterback. Drops back on second down. Wants it all. It is intercepted. Jermaine Dobbs wins the one-on-one battle with Marquise Lawson and Arizona. For Northern Arizona, here it's Winbush. with a seam. Wimbush to pay dirt. Touchdown. Kevin Macias on for the PAT. Knocking on the door with Dalton Sneed under center. Sneed, the old school give. Brooks dives, knifes through a double team of Nighthawks and is into the end zone.
Back in it.
Dawson Evans has really struggled, missing his first two PATs, but looked a lot more comfortable. Another blitz picked up by Wimbush again. Johnson backs up. Dangerous throw is picked off. And it is Devontae Merriweather who had the pick six in the first meeting between these two teams a couple years ago.
Perhaps the biggest play of the season for the Nighthawks.
Sneed, the design run with blockers in front of him, gets into the end zone for the tie. Sneed, the throwback, broken up by Caesar. What a play by the rookie. Vegas maintains its kick on the way. It is good. Right over the top of the left upright. Blitz comes. Sneed dumps it down. Brooks to the 5. He's at the 1. 11 seconds to go. No timeouts for Arizona. Clock continues to run. Down to 6. Arizona gets everybody set. And they just get the snap off with 2 seconds to go. Sneed rolls out. Sneed dives. Touchdown! Rattlers win at the horn.
That is the end of the game.
Like I said, guys, it was a hard fought game. It was tooth and nails, as you can see. And at the end of the day, we just weren't able to finish, So we knew it was going to be a scrap. We knew coming into this game, Arizona was not going to back down. Arizona was not going to shy away from trying to make it to the Western Conference Finals, and that's just a known fact. We knew that going into this game. We knew it was going to be a tooth and nails game, and we had to be prepared. And ultimately, we weren't able to finish at the end of the day and score more points and or get enough stops. So, unfortunately, we have to wait till next season to try and do it all again. But you still can get your tickets for the IFL Championship game here in Vegas, going down at Lee's Family Forum in Henderson. And you can use the Nighthawks code to get a discount for the tickets itself. So make sure you go ahead if you are going to be planning to attend the IFL National Championship game 2024 in Vegas. Make sure you guys go and get that discount with the Nighthawks team code and save some money on your tickets. Now, also the IFL commissioner, Todd Tryon, issued a statement and an apology for the streaming issues on Stadium Network, saying, "I want to send out a sincere apology to our fans, sponsors, teams, and especially the Stadium Network. Despite an unbelievable weekend to playoff football, we failed to produce the standard of production that has helped make our league a growing success. We take full responsibility for the streams that the IFL produces. We will work through the week to address our problems in preparation for a must-see conference championship weekend. Thank you for your continued support as we continue our march towards crowning the 2024 IFL National Champion." And he is referring to the fact that the streams were acting up on the Stadium Network when they were trying to broadcast the games on Stadium Network. So they ended up not being able to stream the games of the first round on Stadium Network. But I can say that a Eastern Conference Championship game took place tonight, and it was on Stadium Network on Tubi TV, actually. So I actually just watched that game. I'm not going to tell you who won. We're going to talk more about that tomorrow because it's a shocker. It's unbelievable. IFL playoffs are really rocking. Um, just so you know, this is what the current bracket looks like. The San Diego Strike Force got the upset, which we'll talk more about tomorrow on the gridiron in the morning. But the San Diego Strike Force got the upset over the Bay Area Panthers. Arizona got the upset over Vegas. The Blizzard steamrolled the Steamwheelers, and Massachusetts got the upset over Frisco. So that's what the bracket's currently looking like. That's your Eastern Conference Championship game, Western Conference Championship game, and again, the Eastern Conference Championship game took place tonight, and we will dive more into that tomorrow on the gridiron live right here on Fuel Sports Network at 10 a.m. Pacific, 12 Central, 1 p.m. Eastern. Hope to see you all there. Now, before we get into some Desert Dogs and Raiders news and Aviators news and Lights news, we're going to jump to another quick commercial break. And when we come back, it's going down because I got a lot to talk about still on the second half of this show. This is the JTK Show, the Jersey the King Show, live with Kevin JTK Womble right here on Fuel Sports Network. Don't go nowhere, y'all. We'll be right back.
If you aren't perfect, if you've ever struggled, if you've ever failed, if you want to get better, be better, and make our world better, this is the perfect brand for you. True Victory. Founded by U.S. military veterans, True Victory is a sportswear and streetwear brand dedicated to building everyday champions on and off the field. We're a cause. Our purpose is to transform lives and elevate humanity through the power and unity of sports, positive stories, and serving others. We're dedicated to the game, the grind, and the globe. But most importantly, we're dedicated to you. That's what it means to be always true.
Same great taste. Yes, same great taste. Same great taste.
Welcome back to the Jersey the King Show live right here on Fuel Sports Network. I'm your host, Kevin JTK Wumble. And as I said, we got a lot more to talk about. There were some recent signings for our Las Vegas Desert Dogs national lacrosse team. And I'm actually really excited for these signings that I'm about to show you guys because one of them signings I was looking forward to as I was following, beginning to follow the team, and that's your boy Shane Simpson. being signed, highly decorated forward in the National Lacrosse League. And I'm excited to add him to the team, have him added to the team, signing with the team, and looking to make our third season a good season. I'm really excited about this signing, man. Shane's a good forward. He's been a good forward in the NLL as well as the collegiate level for a very long time. So excited to have him here, man. It was one of those signings that a lot of the Desert Dog fans have been waiting to hear it possibly happen. You know, there was little rumors and hints that it was gonna happen. Then it was hints that it wasn't gonna happen. So glad this was able to be inked. Glad we got Shane Simpson on the team as well. Another signing I'm excited about is forward Kyle Killen, because he be killing y'all. He be killing y'all. Let's go. Our team is getting stacked for the season, man. It's going down. I'm excited for the Desert Dog season. I can't wait to have some of the guys come on and talk some lacrosse and get you guys hip to the NLL, man. Get you guys watching. You can find the games on ESPN Plus for the most part. And when those games are going to be airing live, I will definitely keep you guys up to date right here on the show. So make sure you always tune in. That's all you gotta do. But definitely excited for the Kyle Killian signing as well. So we brought in two great forwards, man, and I'm looking forward to what they bring to this team and how they can make us better and help us move in the next direction as far as being a winning franchise. Now, some re-signings. Kells is back. Our goalie, Kelsey, is back, as well as one of our forwards from last season, who was a huge help to us, Mr. Casey. So I'm excited to have both these players back as well. Like I said, I can't wait to get a couple of these guys on the show and have them come talk some lacrosse with us, have them talk some Desert Dogs team news and things going on out here in Vegas. They are moving to Lee's Family Forum this season, so they will be playing at Lee's Family Forum at LFF this upcoming season. So I'm excited for that. Now, if you are interested in being a Desert Dogs dancer, as a via their Twitter a few days ago, they posted that the Desert Dogs Dancers registration is open. Get ready to join the pack for the Desert Dogs Season 3 with the Desert Dogs Dancers. For more information, please visit at Desert Dogs Dancers on Instagram or email Jay Palladino at LasVegasDesertDogs.com. So, if you're interested in being a Desert Dogs dancer, go ahead and get that information there or follow the Desert Dogs on Twitter and get more information from emailing Jay Palladino at LasVegasDesertDogs.com or hitting them up on Desert Dogs Dancers on Instagram. Now, Raiders news for all you Las Vegas Raiders fans out there. We got some more news and info going on, man. The team, I can honestly say, from the rumbles I've been hearing and everything going on in that locker room and on that practice field, this team is ready to go. They are stoked about playing a full season with Antonio Pierce. You can tell that these guys love this coach. They love his enthusiasm. They love his coaching style. They love what he brings to this team. They love how he runs it the Raider way. So I hope you guys are excited, Raiders fans, for what they are bringing to the table. Man, training camp's going good. Um, from what I've read today, Gardner Minshew is actually leading the QB1 race right now in training camp. So he's actually QB1 right now over Aiden O'Connell. So that's interesting, man. He goes from, you know, veteran, like star backup right now, I guess you can say, to possibly being the starter for the Raiders. And I don't know. I wouldn't be against it. He's shown that he still has the capability to win football games and be a leader and be a somewhat of a field general on that field and make the right plays at the right times. You know what I mean? To win those games. You know what I mean? So I think them adding Gardner Minshew to this roster, first of all, is a big help, having that veteran experience, especially that veteran backup experience and starting experience. And I think that if you give him an opportunity in the right tools, he has the IQ to make the right decisions on the field. So right now, with him leading that QB1 race, I'm not surprised. I'm a little shocked, but I'm not somewhat surprised because I knew he had the capability with them bringing him in. I knew he had the capability of competing for that number one spot. So it's going to be interesting to see this QB1 race for the remainder of the preseason and training camp. So I just, let me know you guys' thoughts in the comments if you're watching via social media. If you are watching on Field Sports Network and you want to go jump on one of the social media platforms, whether it be X, Facebook, or YouTube, jump in the comments. Let me know your thoughts, Raider fans, on what you guys think this season is going to be like. It seems like a rejuvenated team. The defense seems like they're ready to go. They're going to be flying all over the place, especially what we've seen from them ending last season under Antonio Pierce. He got those boys going, especially on the defensive side of the ball. And with the experience on as a defensive coordinator and or defensive coach, Antonio Pierce is like D'Amico Ryan, this year, and or how D'Amico Ryan was last year, a defensive coach taking on a head coaching job for the first time. So yeah, he got that interim experience a little bit, but now this is a full season. Let's see how you can last all 17 games as a head coach. You know what I mean? It's not just picking it up in the middle of the season or towards the end of the season and finishing out the season on a good note. It's going through the entire season from start to finish and being able to coach a team through a tough NFL 17 game season. So it's going to be interesting to see. But like I said, these boys are behind that coach, and that coaching staff is behind these players. And I think it's going to be interesting to see how far the Raiders can go, not only in the AFC West division, but the AFC conference itself. It's going to be interesting. Now, there was a recent transaction via the Raiders Twitter. Pulled this off of their Twitter. There was a recent transaction a couple of days ago. They have waived wide receiver Terrell Bynum and, or excuse me, have signed. Excuse me, they have signed wide receiver Terrell Bynum and waived linebacker Darian Butler due to a failed physical. So Darian Butler is no longer with the Raiders organization. He has been waived due to a failed physical, and then in turn picked up and signed wide receiver Terrell Bynum. So it'll be interesting to see, what the remainder, like I said, the preseason is going to look like. We did have the Hall of Fame game yesterday night, which actually ended up being canceled or terminated in the third quarter due to weather. There was a huge thunderstorm that just came in and caused an end to the game. So the Bears ended up winning 21-17 over the Texans. Yeah. Excuse me. Now, like I said, training camp's going well for the Raiders. They're having some good battles at different positions. Devontae Adams in the wide receiver room are ready to go. Devontae Adams said these boys are buying into the process and the philosophy of what they want. They're ready to go. They're communicating. They're tight knit from what we're being told. So I think that it's going to be a good year for the Raiders for the most part. We just have to see. New running back, some new pieces around on offense and on defense as well. So it's going to be interesting to see added quarterbacks, stuff like that. So I'm interested to cover this team this season in the NFL and see, like I said, how far they can go and if they can go into the playoffs, how deep. So it's going to be interesting, man. Definitely. Raider Nation, stand up. Your team is ready for the 2024-2025 season. I hope so. Let's get it, y'all. But we'll be right back after this last commercial break of the show, where we're going to end on some lights news, some aviators news, as well as some PFL news and WWE news really quickly. So y'all don't go nowhere. This is Fuel Sports Network. It's the Jersey King Show. We'll be right back.
In the game, forget the money and fame. Stay ready, making sure that they remember my name. I got a hunger inside when the numbers are tied. Yo, I'ma turn it up a level, never will be denied.
Same great taste. Yes, same great taste. Same great taste.
Welcome back to the Jersey the King Show live on Fuel Sports Network. I'm your host, Kevin JTK Wumble. Now, we are going to get into some Lights FC news because our Lights are doing their thing right now in the USL Championship League or the USL League Championship, and which stands for the United States or the United Soccer League Championship. Excuse me. Now, that's what the star means, championship. But no, Dennis Sanchez, man, definitely our manager of our club, definitely needs to be in the running for manager of the year in the USL Championship League because, man, what? We're on a 10-game straight unbeaten streak. No losses, either draws or win, and we're actually 5-5 against. Well, excuse me, 5-5 in overall record as far as this unbeaten streak goes, and that's 5 wins and 5 draws. So we've gained points regardless. We recently just took on the New Mexico FC squad, beating them 2-1, getting another win in a row type of deal, you know. Actually, it wasn't in a row, but we win again because it was a draw against the Switchbacks the game before. But we did beat the Locomotives as well as the I cannot see that daggone logo, y'all. Help me out. But as you can see, we're 5-5 with a win over Miami and 3 straight wins, as well as a draw in the mix of another win against New Mexico, with that draw being against Colorado Springs Switchbacks. Now, I'm excited about this team because you can see the growth of this team as the games progress. You know what I mean? You could see the growth of this team. And it's I've been saying it for a couple weeks now. I've been saying it for almost a month now, that this team is just growing each game and getting better each game played, you can see, or each match played, each and every match played, this team is just getting better. This club is getting better and better and better. And Dennis Sanchez needs to be in the running for manager of the year because he is doing a lot of good things with this club. And I think this unbeaten streak can continue. I think we can get another win. I think we can get we can go on another run of back-to-back wins and consecutive wins because we have the team, we have the talent, and these guys' chemistry is just coming together on both offense and defense. So on both sides of the pitch, they're really communicating, and their chemistry is there. Their passing as well. Their crosses are well. Their scoring opportunities have been really, really good. They're not taking outrageous shots and too many off-target shots. These guys are really on the pitch making it happen as a team. And I'm excited from what I'm seeing. I've been watching all their games, and well, every game I've been able to catch. And even if I have to go back and watch the replays, but I've been watching all their games, man. And I've just been seeing the growth of this team, seeing the growth of the individual players, and just excited, like I said, because the you can see the process of their chemistry coming together. You know what I mean? Like it's taking some time. You can just see the overall process happening and getting better and better with each game. Like I said, it's like their practices are tough. You know what I mean? Dennis Sanchez are on them about their communication on the pitch and how they're playing as a team and working together as a team and utilizing that communication on the pitch together. So it's really, really good to see, man. I'm excited for what the future holds for this team. Next up for the Lights, they are taking on the Detroit City FC game in another clash. We took them on earlier this season and didn't fare so well. If I'm not mistaken, it might have been part of this 10-game run, which actually it was not. It was actually beforehand, which they lost. But here are the standings for the West Coast Conference in the USL Championship League. We are currently sitting in sixth after 21 matches played. We have 28 points and are 10 points behind New Mexico United, who we just currently beat. And that's who it was. It was Sacramento Republic FC, who was one of those wins in that winning streak. But definitely, we are in the race. We're sitting in sixth with this unbeaten streak. If we can get if we can get a win against Detroit City FC, and just continue this unbeaten streak and continue accumulating points, I feel we can move up in the standings and have an opportunity to compete in the playoffs this season. So I'm excited for the FC squad, the Lights FC, man. I hope you guys are too. Now, going into our Aviators. Now, our Aviators currently are playing against the Albuquerque Isotopes. We lost a close one last night, 9-8. It was like sheesh. So I watched the game. It was tough. We were up. It was back and forth in between the third and seventh inning, and then in the eighth, Albuquerque came back and then pulled away, and then we had to come back in the ninth, or the bottom of the between the bottom of the eighth and the ninth. We had a bit of a comeback, but we were unable to get the W in the end, and we lost 9-8 in 9 innings. Now we are still taking on the Albuquerque Isotopes currently, and I am going to try to attempt to go to the game on Sunday for the baseball game. If not, then Tuesday the 13th, when we start our Oklahoma City series here at home, I will be in attendance for that game, at least on Tuesday, because I do not have to work Tuesday night. So it will be a lot easier for me to make that game. So tonight we're currently up right now. It's the top of the seventh. The Las Vegas Aviators are up 4-2 over the Albuquerque Isotopes with 3.5 innings left. Bats are hot tonight. Jordan Diaz has hit a strike, helping put us up 4-2. So we're doing well tonight. Bouncing back from last night. Hopefully we can sustain this lead or even extend this lead going to the seventh inning stretch in the bottom of the seventh here in Las Vegas at Las Vegas Ballpark. Now, like I said, the 13th, I will try to attend that game so I can cover my first Aviators game, which I'm excited for as well. So you already know, y'all. You already know. Now the playoffs. Y'all know I love MMA, and I follow the PFL playoffs, or the PFL regular season and playoffs. I follow the PFL organization as a whole. Um, I also follow the UFC. You guys know that. If you missed the current or the past UFC card, it was a banger. Um, Bilal Muhammad actually won the welterweight championship off of Leon Edwards, which was crazy. Which was crazy. And then Tom Aspinall just demolished Curtis Blades in like less than a minute. It was outrageous. But Patty the Batty is that dude. He's gonna make some noise. Yeah, we'll be on the lookout for that. But as far as the PFL goes, PFL playoffs kicked off tonight in Nashville. Um, as you see, here's the wrong one. Here's the card for tonight. We had Dennis Golston or Golsov versus Tim Johnson in the main event. We had Dakota Decheva Ditcheva versus Jenna Bishop. Oleg Popov versus I forgot to say his first name. Vasal and Liz Carmage versus Talia Santos. Now, going into this fight or going into this card, Liz Carmage actually missed weight. So she was penalized a point going into the fight. And then with the tiebreaker, she had to win by either this finish or decision, and she didn't get the job done. Well, no, even if she would have won by decision, it wouldn't have mattered. She would have had to win by a finish to be able to advance. When you look at the tiebreakers and the fact that she had a point deducted for um, missing weight going into this fight. But Talia Santos ended up winning by decision. Oleg Popov ended up winning by decision as well. Dakota Decheva, excuse me, ended up winning by TKO in the first round over Jenna Bishop. Landed a vicious knee, then a strike right to the head, and it was just too much for Jenna Bishop. And Dakota Decheva and Talia Santos will meet in the featherweight championship in the 2024 PFL championships. And then Tim Johnson versus Dennis Goltsov just came in and brutalized him, destroyed him, and now he has an opportunity to go back to the PFL championship and actually have a chance at winning this time. So it's going to be interesting to see him versus Oleg Popov. I think he's going to destroy Popov, but it's going to be an interesting match, y'all. It definitely is. And before we get out of here, don't forget these upcoming WWE events. Tickets are on sale now. Also, the SummerSlam experience for tomorrow. Tickets are on sale as well for that. So make sure you guys go and check out WWE.com for more information and get your tickets for these upcoming events if they're in your area. And that'll do it for the show tonight, guys. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the Jersey the King show. I am your host, Jersey the King. Make sure you go and follow us on all social media platforms. Make sure you follow Fuel Sports Network, please, and use those codes for our sponsors. I want to thank all of our sponsors: Just Me Jerky, W Energy Powder, McDougal Bats, True Victory Apparel, and Retro Royals for sponsoring our network, Fuel Sports Network. And again, make sure you guys go and follow Fuel Sports Network on all social media platforms. There are all the names and hashtags and ats, as we would say. You know what I mean? I love you guys. I want to thank you guys for tuning into the show tonight. We appreciate all the support and all the love that you guys give us. Make sure you go to fuelsportsnetwork.com and check out the Fuel Sports Network website. And again, this is Fuel for the fans, by the fans, and we're here to unite the fans. I love y'all. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. This is the Jersey the King Show. Peace out.